The face unlock works, though it's a little laggy, guys. Well, we're talking about Samsung Galaxy S10 today, and this is one of the flagship phones that Samsung has introduced in the market just about 20 days ago. Well, there are three variants in the series, S10e, S10, and S10 Plus. I really fell for S10 because of the form factor purely. Prior to this, I was using Note 9, and honestly, that was a little bigger phone for me to handle it. I was really looking for a phone which still offers me a bigger screen in a small size, and I think S10 has just nailed my requirement, guys. Well, talking about the form factor, Samsung, for some reason, for years together, they've been doing a wonderful job in terms of build quality when it comes to their flagship phones. The front glass in this particular model is made up of Gorilla Glass 6, while the rear panel is made up of Gorilla Glass 5. So that goes to show that the strength behind is a little less than in comparison to the strength that they've applied in the front glass. The face recognition thing on the Samsung phone continues to be horrible, guys. You just cannot bank on this particular feature, as it will respond whenever it wants to and will not respond in situation that you really want it to respond. This is one technology that Samsung has not yet evolved. Talking about the fingerprint sensor, while that's the newest technology in the market, it still takes time. It's still a little laggish. While it works for most of the time, however, I have still seen situations where the sensor has not really responded the way it should. Now that is something which is disappointed. Considering the fact that this is version 1, let's give it an excuse. It comes with an AMOLED display. Now this time around, they have introduced dynamic AMOLED display. Dynamic is a AMOLED display which supports the HDR10 standards that is available in the market today. As an end user, as a consumer, I think that's just a marketing gimmick word that has been applied by Samsung to sell their devices and to sell their display. Talking about the rear part of it, guys, this time they've just reassembled the entire camera thing, right? Not one, not two, but this time around they've introduced three cameras. One, the primary camera is of 12 megapixel with an aperture of 1.5 with about 26 mm of focal length, guys, and plus it has an optical image stabilizer. The secondary camera, which is also called as a telephoto camera, is again of 12 megapixel, and it offers a aperture of 2.4 and offers a focal length of about 52 mm, which is 2x in nature and offers optical image stabilizer. Now the third camera, which is also my favorite camera, is of 16 megapixel with an aperture of 2.2 and has got a focal length of 12 mm. Just to put that into perspective, 12 mm is basically 123 degree of field of view, which is great. I love these ultra wide cameras because it captures a lot of content, and this just creates some dramatic effect into your picture. I just love them. Now that we are talking about camera, let's also touch base upon the selfie camera, guys. Now this is very unique in nature. This is for the first time Samsung has introduced a selfie camera which has got about 10 megapixel of resolution, has got about 1.9 aperture, and comes with dual pixel technology. This is first time the technology that Samsung has incorporated in their selfie cameras. Now, just to let you know, dual pixel is a technology which is really fast in identifying the foreground and the background. For example, it focuses on your subject real fast, and the moment you get away, it will automatically detect the foreground and the background and then adjust it automatically. As far as video capturing capability is concerned, this does a great job in capturing 4K videos at 60 frames per second. And guess what? It doesn't even have a limitation of about 10 minutes like in prior phones we have seen it. It captures full HD resolution video at 240 frames per second, guys. That's blazing. You really need some strong internal specification to support that feature. And the super slow motion continues to be at 960 frames per second at 720p. Stereo pin still exists, Type C 3.1, it's still there. The speaker is, we have stereo speakers out here. It fills the room with the music. The volume is really loud and clear. That's all fantastic job done. Talking about the internal specification of this phone, guys, very important. It comes with the latest Snapdragon 855 octa-core processor and offers 8 GB of RAM with 120 GB internal memory or 512 GB internal memory. On papers, definitely these specifications are absolutely bang on, and these are the top-notch specifications that we have seen. Talking about performance, this phone has definitely stood by what it has promised. The phone did not get laggy anywhere. There were no frame drops that we have ever encountered, even while playing heavy games. We have ran multiple applications in the background, foreground, and there was no glitch in the application or on the phone whatsoever. There were few instances wherein I noticed the phone was heating up, and which I believe it will be overcome with the upcoming updates or the firmware upgrade, which Samsung keeps doing it. What will disappoint you is definitely the battery life of this phone. I strongly believe while the battery is of 3400 milliamp, but Samsung for some reason had probably not optimized their software or hardware in a way that the battery life should last long. In my multiple days of usage of this phone, not for once this battery has lasted for one entire day. I had to recharge the battery maybe at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. just to ensure that this lasts till midnight. In order to compensate this, Samsung offers super fast charging feature with this phone, and if you attach 15-watt charger, it will be blazing fast. The unfortunate part is the 15-watt charger doesn't come with the phone. This is something that you need to buy it externally, and there are a few chargers that have figured it out. The link is below. Those are really fast. I've tried and tested it. It charges phone double the speed than what your 9-watt charger does. Having said that, Samsung continue to offer the IP68 certification, which is dust and waterproof both. And that is something I really love it. It makes me feel more secured in outdoor environments, and it gives you some sort of confidence. And I think that's something that you deserve nowadays from the latest technologies. This phone supports dual SIM card, and just in case if you don't want to use the secondary SIM card, you can always use your memory card in the hybrid slot and extend your memory. It supports up to 512 GB micro SD card. Well, here's the unique thing that Samsung has offered. Cordless reverse charging. What it does is basically it becomes a power bank for any other devices which support wireless charging. In this case, I use my Samsung Buds, which also supports wireless charging, and on the move, I can just keep it on my device and it charges the phone. That's really unique. Out of the box, this comes with 9.0 Android and Samsung One UI. So guys, this is what I think about Samsung Galaxy S10, and honestly, company has not paid me to do this review, and I wish they can sponsor me. But so far they have not done it just because I don't have enough subscribers. So please, if you like this video, consider subscribing to my channel. This only motivates me to make better videos for you guys, and see you next time. Till then, keep smiling.